I don't know about you guys, but I'm still full from last Thursday.
Oh, I 100% am too.
I'm still full. I'm stuffed like a freaking pig. But you know what? Life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting down to the nitty and gritty.
We're in the month of December.
Where the going gets tough and the tough gets
going.
Week 13, let's go.
That's right.
Oh, baby. Football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. Horsemen are here in the flesh, baby. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday night to each and every single one of you. Welcome to week number 13 of 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems. I, of course, am a Pizzle 90, fan of the 8-3, soon to be 9-3, hopefully, Miami Dolphins. Joining me is LC Muscles 28.
What's going on,
fan
everybody?
of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, sir. After beating the Colts, the Steelers
Wait,
officially
the
won.
towels.
Let's go. We got the towel right here. Here we go, baby. Let's do it.
And representing America's team, also at 8-3, Tiny Tim McClellan.
Oh, yeah. It's me, your boy, Tiny Tim, representing America's team 24/7, 365. I had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope all of you did. I know my bros up here did. Hopefully you had some
certainly
family, some food, and some football. And now we get into December, where they're really going to heat. This is where we're going to separate the contenders from the pretenders.
That's right. Absolutely, man. Well, week 12 was absolutely nuts.
It was.
Let's talk about it. It's time for the weekend. Pow, 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 pow. Starting out with the 3 Thanksgiving games. Starting out, the Buffalo Bills beat the Detroit Lions 28-25. The Lions came so close.
That close.
So close.
They gave the Bills too much time, unfortunately.
Yeah. So close to pulling
Why
it out.
would throw a go route on a 3rd and 1 as well? That makes no sense.
But Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills prove why they are one of the best teams in the NFL. Josh Allen had 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Singletary, I really wanted him to score a touchdown. That would have helped me a lot in my fantasy, a little bit, if you know what I'm saying.
I 100% know that.
Stephon Diggs had himself a nice game. 77 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. And on the other side, Jared Goff, 240 yards, 1 touchdown, and Jamal Williams proves why he is one of the best running backs in the NFL. 66 yards and 1 touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 122 yards and a touchdown. And kicking off Thanksgiving, right, as the Buffalo Bills
was a great
beat
game.
the Detroit Lions 28-25. Your guys' thoughts?
Really good game. I really like the game overall. The Bills definitely will concern me a little bit. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but man, Detroit's not out of there yet, and now they're second place in the NFC North. How crazy is that?
I honestly thought it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I had a gut feeling it might.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, week 13. They're second place in the NFC North.
That's insane to think about.
I think the Vikings can clinch this week with the win.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
All right. Next game, let's talk about your Cowboys, Tim, because they beat the New York Football Giants 28-20. What are your thoughts on what you saw from America's team this past Thursday night or afternoon?
All righty. Well, it was just wonderful. Cowboys were able to break a 3-game Thanksgiving losing streak. They did pretty good there. We had the Dak attack going 21 of 30 for 261 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Now, whenever he's in a game where he throws more than 1 interception, they usually lose, but somehow they won this one, and it was probably mostly because of their defense. Zeke Elliott, 16 carries, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. Pollard got 18 carries for 60 yards. Actually, they're one of their backup tight ends, Peyton Hendershot. I'm really liking this kid. He got, Peyton Hendershot, his name. 1 carry for 2. That was a touchdown right there. My man C.D. Lamb, 6 receptions for 106 yards. But it was actually our tight end, Dalton Schultz, 4 receptions, 32 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But of course, I gotta brag that defense. I mean, that was 3 sacks. They put 3 sacks on Daniel Jones, and well, what can I say? The Cowboys are really riding high, and they are a serious threat to those filthy Philadelphia Chickens, not only in the division, but also in the conference. You might want to keep an eye out for these Cowboys because defense is really stout. Offense is getting a little bit better, but I want to keep an eye on them.
That's right. 28-20 was the final score there. I caught a little bit of this because I had to work for the most part of Thanksgiving, but I caught the second half, and I got to say, Cowboys, they're very impressive. Very impressive. Let's hope they can keep this momentum going heading into the month of December.
It'll be interesting to say the least, man. Giants, though, we'll see how they do the rest of the year.
That's right. And the final game on Thanksgiving, we saw the Purple People Eaters as Minnesota Vikings beat the New England Patriots 33-26.
That was a pretty interesting game. I did not expect Mac Jones to play as well as he did, but he impressed. He impressed me for that one game. I don't know if he could continue that momentum, though, especially
382 yards.
I couldn't believe it personally. I just think Minnesota just had a bad day personally, but we'll see, though.
Kirk Cousins finally got a primetime win. How about that?
That's insane. It's great to think about, too.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. How about that?
I'll be damned. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and T.J. Hawkinson all had a touchdown in this game. I believe this was T.J. Hawkinson's first touchdown as a Minnesota Viking.
It was.
All right. And the Patriots, they looked meh.
Well, the thing is, though,
meh.
Hey, Patriots fans, guess you know how it feels now, huh? I had to say it. I had to say it.
You better
know
believe
how
it.
you feel now. You know how it feels.
Mm-hmm. Heading into the Sunday game, let's talk about the game that I was at because the Dolphins beat the Texans 30-15.
It wasn't even close.
First half, we scored 30. We didn't score a single point afterwards, but it really didn't matter. It's the Houston Texans, let's be honest.
Exactly. I will say, though, It would have been awesome if Laramie Tunsil got that 2-point conversion. That would have been amazing against his former team. He dropped that pass, so
Yes,
I was
he did.
like, wow.
Yes, he gave us a favor. He gave us an absolute favor. And let's be honest, when he retires, there will be a bronze statue right next to Dan Marino because he led to some of the best trades in our history. Because with the Laramie Tunsil trade, we got the 3rd overall pick. We turned that into Jalen Waddle. We also turned that into Tyreek Hill and one Bradley Chubb.
Yes, sir.
So Laramie Tunsil, absolute legend. Tua still undefeated when he starts and finishes the game.
Absolutely.
Finished the game with 1 touchdown. Jeff Wilson finished with a score on the ground. Kyle Allen looked okay, but let's be honest, it's the Texans.
The Texans are terrible. They're going to be the number 1 pick.
That's
Garbage.
Right. Absolute trash. Booty juice. 30-15 was the final from Miami. Bengals beat the Titans 20-16 in a rematch of the AFC divisional round. No surprise here whatsoever, if you're asking me. Because the Bengals have the Titans' number.
They do. They've had their number. Tennessee's offense, other than that touchdown, Derek. Oh, Henry. What do they have on offense, realistically?
Ooh, Henry.
He only had 38 yards.
But he had that nice 70-yard reception, though.
He did.
And then he fumbled it.
And then he fumbled.
Titans' offense is completely inept, and their defense is good, but you need to be able to score points if you want to be good teams.
That is true. And
Let's just get that out of the way.
Ryan Tannehill is the definition of the word mid.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals got the win over the Titans 20-16. Broncos, oh boy.
Broncos country, let's cry.
Let's cry. Let's take some cyanide and let's die. 23-10. Oh boy.
How does Russell Wilson get outplayed by Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold?
Sam, the Lego police officer Darnold.
Seeing ghosts.
He saw ghosts and he had that rolling thing in
Sam
the end zone.
friggin' Darnold.
What's up, Snowman?
What's going on, Snowman? Oh, yeah. He is a fellow fan of the San Francisco 49ers.
Ooh.
We're going to be talking about them just a little bit.
But, dude, I was like, yeah, how does this Broncos team so bad? And even when the defensive players are yelling at Russell Wilson, and anytime Russell Wilson now touches a stove and dinner, he burns whatever he touches.
Yes,
he
sir.
overcooks it, to say the least.
He overcooks it, that's for sure. Speaking of Russell Wilson, you posted something in our little group. Do you
Yes,
mind
I did.
bringing that up?
Yes, I absolutely love to bring that up.
People can hear it.
You guys want to know something crazy? This is actually insanely funny to think about, but Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson ended up having where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So Russell Wilson had only about half his teammates show up to his birthday party, his 34th birthday party. When his wife texted everyone in a group message, only half of them showed up, and it was the player's day off. That is painful.
That's just sad.
It's sad, but it's also hilarious.
Yeah, I guess, but it's your quarterback's birthday party.
A lot of teammates don't like him, though, man.
And it's true because I don't know if you saw on the sideline, but I forget who the defensive player was getting in Russell Wilson's face.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
He was getting pissed.
Mike Purcell.
He was getting big mad.
Oh, he was pissed.
He was big mad against Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, because the Panthers beat the Broncos 23-10. Mike White season.
Mike the motherfucking White.
Mike White and the Jets put an absolute pounding on the Chicago Bears, 31-10.
That was brutal. I will say, though, it's the battle back of quarterbacks. You should have played Nathan Peterman.
Well, Simeon was I think he was hurt during the warm-ups because
He
of
got hurt during the warm-ups. He hurt his
Oh, man.
abs during the warm-ups, and he ended up playing, which was
He
a terrible.
somehow, some way found a way to suit up. I don't think that was the right move. I think it should have
No.
been Nathan Peterman just for the memes alone.
Exactly. We need the memes.
But Mike White had himself a pretty good game. 315 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air.
Looked really good against the Bears. Let's be honest, the Bears are pretty bad too. I want to see how he actually does against a good team.
31-10 was the final from New York. It was actually raining there too.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of a weather game.
It's interesting though. I will pray for Eddie Jackson because when they had that touchdown to Garrett Wilson, he ended up completely collapsing on his ankle, and now he's going to be pretty much going to be a career-ending injury more likely because
Wow.
well, because he's pretty much near retirement anyway, and dude, that was a bad injury. It's ending his season, so I don't even think he should come back. I think that's probably one where he says, "Yep, I'm going to hang up the cleats."
I don't blame him there. Honestly, he's had a pretty hell of a career.
Oh, I agree.
Had a hell of a career. But regardless, the final from this past Sunday, Jets 31, Bears 10. Commanders beat the Falcons 19-13. No surprise here. Taylor Heineke gets the job done once again.
Break out the bottle, y'all.
Break out the bottle, Heineke.
That's right. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, only 138 yards.
That's actually crazy to think about. But Taylor Heineke, man, he's proven everyone that even though he did a limited skill set, he's still doing what it takes to get the team the dub.
He's a game manager, but he gets the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Somehow,
kid.
some way.
Good kid. I'll be watching him in the future.
Be right back, guys.
Absolutely. 19-13 was the final from our nation's capital. The Browns in overtime beat the Buccaneers 23-17. No, I don't think anybody.
I did not. No.
I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Tom Brady, 246 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 to Chris Godwin and 1 to Cole Keith. And then Jacoby Brissett found his way. Let's see. David Njoku had an amazing one-handed catch. And
that was incredible.
Nick Chubb, 116 yards and 1 touchdown on the ground.
It's crazy because how the Buccaneers blew it. Their time management was absolutely terrible. I realistically think that Tom Brady, he really needs to retire. But at the end of the day, also, the Buccaneers team, they'll represent the NFC South by default. That whole division's absolutely awful.
Whew.
It's pretty much like in how Urinary Tree has that one video where it's like Mario Kart where it has like Luigi doing nothing, everyone else wins.
Yes.
That's pretty much what the NFC South and the AFC South are like.
Worst clock management ever.
Oh, it was so not as bad as one other coach, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
And I'm going to be honest, I kind of expected this from the Bucs because Todd Bowles is their head coach. You don't replace Bruce Arians with Todd Bowles. That's just dumb.
It is dumb.
You're asking me. But regardless, this past Sunday is probably Jacoby Brissett's last game as a Cleveland Browns starter. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But the final from this past Sunday, Cleveland 23, Buccaneers 17. Jaguars, oh man.
Hey, Baltimore, how does it feel to blow another 10-point lead?
28-27, the Jaguars beat the Ravens.
It seems like in Jacksonville, the Ravens always somehow lose to the Jaguars. I don't know what it is. It's just great to think about because, let's be honest here, whenever the Ravens lose, it's always a good day for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I could not believe the Jaguars had Doug Peterson has huge fucking balls to go for that 2-point conversion, get the win.
I would have gone for it too.
I would have let it go to overtime and then got the defense shut down Lamar.
No way. You got to go for the win. You got to go for the win against the Ravens, right? In that way, you definitely got to go for that win.
I could see. I would. It
Especially-
would be a tough one, but I could definitely. You would have to
Especially-
come up with something really good, though.
Especially when you're going up against the Ravens like that, against Lamar Jackson, against the Ravens defense. You got to go for that win right there.
I can see your point.
Especially when you got someone like Trevor Lawrence. I mean,
I agree, but it definitely was Trevor Lawrence's breakout game.
it was his best game of his career so far,
so far.
if I don't say so myself.
And we'll see what he does later in the. We'll see what he does this week. Oh, excuse me.
Yep, 28-27 was the final from Jacksonville. The Raiders and the Seahawks. This game was an absolute shootout.
Yep.
It was an absolute shootout. It was a fun game to watch. Both offenses were going crazy.
And I saw this game on NFL Red Zone. This game was going back and forth, 34 to end regulation, and then Josh Jacobs. Man, the Raiders made a big mistake when they didn't pick up his fifth-year option.
Oh, dude. My buddy Raider Ben had an amazing live stream for the Raiders Seahawks live reaction that game. Dude, his live reaction to Josh Jacobs winning touchdown. You gotta pull it up, Alex. It's on. I'll give you the link. But dude, it is absolutely one of the greatest reactions I've seen for a Raider win. I will pull that up because oh my god, dude.
I think he leads the league in rushing yards. Josh Jacobs does right now.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's like 1,200 something yards on the ground, which is actually pretty impressive, if you're asking me.
All right, Alex, I got it though. Let me share my screen real quick. I'm going to show you guys that this was an epic reaction.
Oh, we're going to show this now.
Yes, we're going to show it now. Just because it'll be easier just to share. If we're talking about it. But this reaction, man, you guys see this.
Okay.
This was a great reaction from Raider Ben. If you have not checked out Raider Ben's channel, he's got great Raiders content, even though I think the Raiders fucking suck. I still support Raider Ben. He's a great content creator, man. So, without further ado, let's share it, though.
Let's see what – all right, let's see this.
Let's see.
I want to see this.
I formation upcoming here for the Raiders. Matt Collins comes in motion from left to right. Jacobs is the running back. Eric Carr looks like he may be changing something at the line. Going to be a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Works the right side. Lots of running room for Josh. Lots of running room. He's gone.
Oh.
He's gone. He's gone. Josh Jacobs. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Is he gone?
Gone.
He's gone. Okay.
What do you guys think of that? That was epic.
I love it.
That was
I
amazing.
love his enthusiasm, man.
Dude, he has great Raiders content. Dude, his live stream got over 300 live viewers at once.
300?
Yeah, for doing Raiders content, man, that's awesome though.
That's
So
impressive.
shout out to him, man. He's doing a good thing. He's doing a good thing on his channel, man.
I think I might.
But don't worry. Hey, though, I gotta say, Steelers are still gonna win on Christmas Eve.
Oh, is that who you guys play?
We play the Raiders on Christmas Eve.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good game to watch.
Oh, it is. Oh, absolutely, it is.
Chargers beat the Cardinals on a walk-off touchdown, 25-24.
And just like Doug Peterson, Brandon Staley ended up going for 2, and it worked.
It surprisingly worked because Brandon Staley and going for it usually backfires.
Oh, I agree. It usually backfires. What's crazy, though, is all the memes that Kyler Murray still cannot win since Call of Duty came out.
Since the new Call of Duty came out, he hasn't won a game.
He hasn't won a game. Only the backup Colt McCoy has won a game.
That's
Colt
just
McCoy.
nuts.
And you see what Patrick Peterson said about Kyler Murray in a when it was doing like a post-game interview.
No.
Patrick Peterson said that Kyler Murray, quote, he's only thinking about and he's only for himself. Ooh, that's not a good look for him.
No, it's not. It's definitely not a good look.
And it's kind of true, to be honest with you. Why do you think he's spending all the time playing Call of Duty?
Yeah, and here we are, still talking about it. Yet,
Yeah.
Yet they still gave Cliff Kingsbury an extension. They gave them
Makes
both
no
an
sense.
extension.
Makes absolutely no sense.
And their GM an extension this past offseason.
No.
Why?
No, I get
Awful
man,
decision,
right.
awful decisions. Hey man, but this
Ain't
is why
right.
the Cardinals will never win anything. Let's be realistic here. The
Not
Cardinals,
anytime soon.
the Cardinals had one chance, but the Steelers beat them to it.
Right.
We snagged that Super Bowl out of their hands,
Oof.
but they're not going to come back
Are
anytime
we
soon.
really talking about 43?
Yes, because it's about the Cardinals. No, they will never win anything.
Damn. See, that's one video I really wish I kept on my channel. I don't know if you remember seeing that. Remember the reactions me and
Oh my God, I
friends had
do
at the
remember
bar?
that. Yes, I do remember that.
it's one of those videos I wish I kept because that video was an absolute classic.
It was a classic, I will admit.
But regardless, 25-24.
What?
25-24
That
was
was
the
something
final
on my
score.
phone.
No worries, Tim. We were wondering, we're like, what was that?
The 49ers shut out the Andy Dalton-led New Orleans Saints 13-0.
The Aints.
The Aints are
so-
back.
The Aints are back. I'm sorry. There's a
Yeah,
reason why
start
majority of
put
Rams
those
fans,
paper bags
Saints
over their
fans have
heads.
given up. There's a reason, majority of the reason why the majority of Saints fans gave up on the season, including one of the channels I follow on YouTube. He's a big diehard Saints fan. He says, "Yep, I've given up on the Saints until they do something right. Until they
Ooh.
fire Dennis Allen, I've
Yeah.
given up on the Saints."
Till they
When you
fired
put up
them.
when you put up a goose egg against the Niners, that's embarrassing. And put up only 10 against the Steelers, and the only team you beat recently was the Rams, who have nobody.
Nobody.
Nada, nothing, zilch.
Yeah, no, they
zero.
need to put Jameis Winston back in as soon as possible.
Alvin Kamara, man, he's been one of the biggest disappointments this year for fantasy. I got to say that.
He hasn't
went
been consistent, especially
seven-
because he missed the first few games.
7 of 13. 7 carries, only 13 yards.
Yep, that proves how good the Niners defense is, though, man. The Niners defense is unreal.
Good God.
Pathetic.
But I will say, Juwan Jennings did get me some fantasy points this past week.
He did.
So good on you there.
Yeah.
13-0 was the final from Santa Clara. Rams, Chiefs. Once again, the Rams prove that they have one of the biggest hangovers.
Super
In
Bowl hangover, the
recent-
worst defending Super Bowl champion in history.
In recent history.
It's not even close. People are saying, "Oh, what about the 2006 Steelers?" Well, at least
No.
the 2006 Steelers, even though they start out 2-6, ended up the season 8-8. The Rams, I don't see them winning another game this year.
You don't see the Rams winning another game this year.
Out of the
I
game.
doubt it. Unless Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford both come back, and the defense ends up coming back to full. Yeah, no, I don't see him winning another game.
Well, that's good for the Lions because they have their draft pick.
That is true.
That's good for the Lions because
The only one I can see him maybe keeping it close is the Packers and the Broncos. Otherwise, everything else is going to be a disaster. And they better move that Sunday night game from Ramp, but Chargers and the Chargers Rams, they better move that out of Sunday Night Football. For God's sakes, just move it out. That would be awful watch. I'm sorry.
Patrick Mahomes proves that he is still one of the front runners for the MVP, if not the front runner for MVP. Going 27 of 42, 320 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
Oof.
Right.
Sunday night, the Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers 40-33.
Call me intrigued on this one. This was interesting. It was an interesting game. I did not expect Aaron Rodgers to play as good as he did for the first half, and then he got injured. But realistically, if Aaron Rodgers is going to be out long term, I would rather see what Jordan Love has in store and just keep him the rest of the season. The Packers season's over. Just see what you have in Jordan Love for next year, because Aaron Rodgers, I do not think is coming back.
He's washed.
With Brady, I think
He's
Aaron
done.
Rodgers and Tom Brady are both going to retire after this year.
I say Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Matt Ryan.
That bad man
Man,
is washed.
He's washed.
Yeah, he's washed up. He's gone.
those Philadelphia chickens ended up crushing the Packers' hopes and dreams and pretty much ending the Packers' year. Realistically, they play the Bears this week, which we'll get covered in a little bit. They got their bye, then they have 4 games left. Just see what you got in Jordan Love. Play them the last 4 games of the season and see what you can do from there.
Speaking of the Eagles, did you guys know that
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles?
Every time.
Every single time.
I love it.
Yep.
Hey, Senator Romy.
Love it. Yes.
Senator Romy. 40-33 was the final. And then Monday night, let's talk about them Stars.
The Steelers won. We had a great really good first half. The second half kind of scared me a little bit, but Jeff Saturday, what the hell was that clock management?
I have no idea.
What was that clock management? You burned 1 minute and 33 seconds, and then go on 4th down and lose. But the officiating was pretty bad. Both teams committed terrible penalties throughout the whole game. The Steelers did enough to get the win. I was very happy they got the win, but it was a pretty ugly game. A good win for the Steelers, though, a team win. Very happy they won. And let's be honest here. The Steelers own the Colts. Steelers own the Colts, and
Always have, always will.
ever since Peyton Manning retired, the Steelers have always owned the Colts.
Yes.
have
When it comes to the Indianapolis Colts, Pittsburgh, you are the father.
Yeah.
I knew it. He's got my nose. He's got my nose.
He's got my nose.
I've seen him.
You need to look up something like that, eh, Pizzle? You gotta look up something like that for the future,
Yes.
huh?
I think I just might.
You got it, dude. That'd be amazing to have.
Oh, good old Maury. Love it, man. 24-17 was the final Monday night. Okay, biggest winners and losers. Who is your biggest winner of week number 12?
Josh Jacobs. He's my biggest winner, having over 300 scrimmage yards against the Seahawks, proving he's the best, probably one of the best running backs in the league right now, if not the best running back in the league. Pay that man.
They made a big mistake not picking up his 5th-year option.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, big mistake. Tim, what about you? Who's your biggest winner for week number 12?
Biggest winner will probably have to be the Cowboys fans. Because the 3-game thing-day losing streak.
They did.
Us Cowboy fans got to enjoy the victory, enjoy the food, and Dak Prescott was named the Thanksgiving Player of the Year, so I'm pretty sure he got a big old turkey. So
Zeke, gotta eat.
Gotta eat.
And he did just that. My biggest winners are the Jacksonville Jaguars and Doug Peterson.
That's a good one.
When you had the balls to go for it, go for the win instead of going for the tie against the Ravens, who are one of the best teams in the NFL right now. That shows a lot. And to me, they're on the up and up. I think give them a couple more years, they'll possibly win the South. I'm going to say right now, give them a couple more years, they'll probably win the South.
I can 100% see that.
As far as the biggest losers are concerned, who you got?
I got one. Okay. My biggest loser is the Washington Redskins. That memorial for Sean Taylor was so bad.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Please pull it up, Alex.
Let me see if I can.
Sean Taylor, God rest his soul.
Hold on.
God rest his soul, man.
Sean, hold on. It's on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull
Oh my
this up.
God. I could
This
just
was
point
so
out all the
bad.
flaws for it.
Let me see if I can pull this up because it's all over the place. The Redskins or the commies
I'm calling the Redskins to go. Fuck it. I don't care.
Hold on. Let me just see if I can. There it is right there. Let me share my screen. Boom. And boom. Look at that.
Oh my god.
First of all, it's the Redskins logo. I'll give them that. You got a Nike jersey with Reebok pants, right?
Reebok pants.
Adidas shoes. It's a mannequin. They used a mannequin from their gift shop, from their team store. That's just embarrassing. They're too cheap for bronze.
They should have gotten a bronze, man.
Dan Snyder is too cheap for bronze.
Dude, once Dan Snyder tells the team they actually get a real owner, they need to redo that entire thing and make it an actual statue.
That is embarrassing.
Oh, I agree. It's so bad.
That is absolutely embarrassing, if you ask me.
So yeah, the Washington Redskins are my biggest loser this week, just for that.
Honestly, I think I might have to agree. I think I might have to agree.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Absolutely awful.
I say my biggest losers are the Denver Broncos management for thinking that Russell Wilson could bring them back to what they once was. Now Russell Wilson is just a shell of what he used to be. I say Russell Wilson is done. I don't think he'll be even be in a Packer uniform next year.
Packer.
No less maybe in an NFL uniform.
Oh, Bronco uniform?
You mean Broncos?
Bronco uniform, right.
There we go.
Okay. Right.
Well, must have confused Russell for Aaron Rodgers for a second.
It's going to be interesting because they signed him to a massive deal in this past offseason. I believe.
Massive.
Absolute massive. So they're going to be stuck with him regardless.
Oh, 100%.
Well, something's got to give.
Something has got to give 100%.
Let the pies hit the floor.
Let the pies hit the floor.
Yeah.
Before we get to our picks, let's just say hi to the chat, everybody. What's going on? Christina, CA Cougar, Zach, Dashy, Joshua Cook, Snowman. What's going on, everybody?
Second string sports talk just came in. Snowman.
Welcome.
My main man, the big man, Romy is here. My boy, Romy.
So, oh yeah, of course, Tubbs is there. Can't forget about Tubbs.
You can't forget about Tubbs.
And of course, second string sports talk. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Lucas sent the link to somebody. A special surprise.
Is he in?
No, he's not.
But
he is not. But eventually, he will be. And when he comes in, got a little surprise for everybody.
Oh, I agree. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
you're in for a surprise, guys. That's for all I gotta say.
Ooh, banana.
Woo, banana.
Let's get started for week number 12. Or 13, excuse me. Week 13.
There we go. Week 13.
Pick'ems. Starting out Thursday night, tomorrow night. It is the Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots. This game is in Foxborough. Bills are 4-point favorite.
3.5.
Already off to a great start.
Already.
Referee for this game is
Sean Hockley.
Oh, one of the better ones. Mm-hmm. And it's Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the call. Who do you guys got for the Bills and the Patriots, and why?
I got the Bills here. I'm going to explain why. I think that game against the Vikings was a complete and utter fluke. Mac Jones against the Buffalo Bills, it's not a very good winning promising combination there. It's one of the worst ones out there, man. The Bills versus the Patriots. Since Mac Jones, the three matchups they've had a combined score of 47-14 for that playoff game. They only put up 17 points. they had put up 21 points against the Buffalo Bills, and they put up 14 points against the Buffalo Bills. So realistically, they have not put up more than 21 points against the Buffalo Bills since 2019. And they've only did that twice since 2018. Actually, 3 times since 2018. They had the 125-point game. But otherwise, that was the last time Tom Brady was in New England. And I think the Bills this time, however, are going to require more points than the Patriots can put up to beat. I think last week was a fluke, and I think that they are going to, unfortunately, take the L here. Give me the Buffalo Bills, especially since they had, even though both teams played on Thursday, are playing on Thursday again. I think the Bills are going to be in much better shape. My final score is going to be Buffalo 31, Patriots 20. Give me the Buffalo Bills. And no one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills.
Wait, hold on.
Like the Buffalo Bills.
Let me say it.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
There we go.
Love it.
Man, every time I see that, I keep thinking he's going to pop a few blood vessels in his head.
Oh, I do too. And I think he's probably going to bar through a table. That's what I was thinking. He was going to jump off a table.
Tim, who
His
you got in
head's
this
going to
one?
explode like in the 80s movie Scanners.
Oh, my God.
Well, anyway, I think the Bills' loss was just a temporary setback last week. Bills are a lot better team than what they did on the field last week. Patriots, I'm just not quite buying into Mac Jones like I did at the beginning of the season. I think he's kind of going down. So I'm going to take the Bills on the road at the Big Razor Blade. Give me Buffalo by a score of 28-23.
The Big Razor Blade.
I like that nickname. I've never heard that before. But it is showing.
That is true.
The best a man can get.
Thank you.
Well, the Bills knocked the Patriots out of the playoffs last year, so you know the Patriots want to get back at them for that. Both of them played on Thanksgiving. Both teams played on Thanksgiving, so they are very well rested. But Josh Allen has played really well against the Pats in recent years, going 4-1 in their last 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
That stays true. I think it's going to be 5-1. Give me the Bills to beat the Patriots. Final score 28-21. Give me the Bills.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
There we go.
Love it.
I love it too. Wait, Patriots are wearing their throwbacks. Okay, that should be interesting. Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Love throwbacks.
I do too.
Next up, we go to the Sunday slate of games. We have one of, if not the best rivalries in all of the NFL in terms of history. It is the Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears. This game is in Chicago. Green Bay, once again, 4-point favorites.
4.5 this time. It went up a little bit. I know. Last time was out. This time it's up. Now next time it's up. Whatever.
Referee for this game is?
Referee for the Packers and Bears game is going to be, let me pull this up. I had it in my phone for a second, and I somehow lost it, but here it is. Scott Novak.
And the announcers are Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth. I will go first in this one if you guys don't mind.
Go right ahead.
So, Aaron Rodgers should be playing in this one, which is not a good thing for the Bears, unfortunately. Even if it is Jordan Love, it doesn't matter. He's owned them in his career. Rodgers is banged up, but Justin Fields is hurting for the Bears, so if he does play. So it's probably going to be Trevor Siemian, or for the memes, please let it be Nathan Peterman.
Peterman.
Damn it. So look for the Packers to go into Soldier Field and win a game against the team that they have dominated in recent years. I'm going with the Packers to beat the Bears. This is not my lock of the week, but I am picking the Packers to beat the Bears. Final score 27-17. Go, Pack, go.
Oh, we forgot about the teams on bye, Alex. We forgot to do that before. We'll do
Cardinals,
that after this game.
Panthers, nobody cares.
Right. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was funny. I'm sorry. That's your.
Cardinals, Panthers, nobody cares about them. Sorry, M. Sorry, M, if you're watching. Keep pounding right into the ground. Okay. Call of Duty.
Oh,
Keep playing Call of Duty too. Tyler Murray.
that was funny.
Next up.
Oh my
Who's
god.
next?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ty. That was too fucking funny.
Well,
Alex is deadpan reaction. Holy shit.
oh my gosh, that was too sweet. Well, anyway,
We're alive, brother.
Green Bay, I still see them struggling. I see that bad man still struggling. Hopefully Justin Fields will be good enough to play. They're in Chicago. Bears are kind of warming up a good little bit. I see Green Bay moving closer and closer and closer to not making the playoffs at all.
It's not happening.
Yeah, it ain't going to happen. Green Bay is going down. Chicago is warming up. So, sound the alarm.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me go.
I am really starting to see all these other teams starting to put that bad man out of his misery. Give me the Bears with about a field goal within the last 5 minutes of the game. Bears 27, Packers 23.
Wow. I realistically don't think I could see the Bears winning unless they have Justin Fields. And they will have time to own the Packers after Aaron Rodgers retires. But I think this is Aaron Rodgers' last game in Chicago, and I think he's going to go out a win doing the discount double checks dance one more time in Chicago to make it his last game there. My final score. I still own you. Green Bay gets the win. His last game in Chicago. Aaron Rodgers gets the win in Chicago. Especially, I think if Justin Fields is in, it definitely helps their chances. But I think that the Packers will end up winning. My final score is going to be 31-28. Give me the Packers. This is a little more of a high-scoring game. Both defenses are ranked up.
Okay. Next up, oh boy, Lucas, it's your game.
Hey!
It is the Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Steelers against the Atlanta Falcons. This game is from Hot Atlanta. Pittsburgh, from what I'm seeing right here, is half-point favorite.
Half-point favorite or
Half.
They're-
0.5.
1-point favorite now? They went up a little bit. I know.
Okay. Andrew Catalon and James Lofton are on the call.
And we got Ron Torbert as our referee.
We know the rules. Save LC for last. Okay. So,
Let me go ahead and take the reins on this one.
go right ahead.
All right. Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about Pittsburgh, but I can't really say anything good about Pittsburgh. I mean, they've kind of been lukewarm most of the season. They've been pretty good, pretty bad. If I were the management, I would give Mike Tomlin at least one more year. I don't want to get rid of that guy just yet, because that's one of the head coaches that I have the utmost respect for.
Well,
How he
Tomlin's
has
going to be
stayed
in
with that.
contract till 2025 or 2026. I think he's under contract till.
Ooh, so he's got some good years left.
No, he's got time.
He can really do something here, but they're going up against kind of like Pittsburgh. You just don't know what team you're going to get. So don't know about Pittsburgh. Don't know about Atlanta. Going if you say if it's a draw, good team with Atlanta 26-23. Sorry, LC.
Man.
Falcons.
That could bite you in the butt, Tiny Tim, because going into last week in the our pick'em group, I was only one game out, and you were one game ahead of me when that Monday night game is. And with that Monday night game, I ended up tying you. So now I'm right behind. I'm just behind with points, but we both have the same record.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well, the Falcons have lost 3 out of 4 games. Their offensive has averaged just
this is going to be a fight to
per game.
This
This is going to be an interesting battle to say the least. Pittsburgh is coming off of a short week, but the offense has been a little bit better with Kenny Pickett under center. They're starting to get some things going. Steelers are playing consecutive road games outside of the division on a short week, which is tough to do. It's also tough to prepare for a Falcons offense on a short week. Atlanta lost a close one last week to Washington, but I don't think it's going to matter because the Steelers can win with their defense, and I think they will do just that. I'm going to go with the Steelers to beat the Falcons. Final score 23-20. Here we go with towels. Yeah, wave them and stuff. All right, LC, it's your turn.
Okay.
Talk.
Oh boy, my time is now Steelers and Falcons, and don't worry, it's not gonna be like last week where I was destroying myself with those blazing wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. This is actually gonna be a lot better. So Atlanta Falcons and Pittsburgh Steelers. I wish I was going this game. Unfortunately, I'm working on a lacrosse tournament, and I got decided to do that last minute. I think it's gonna be a lot more fun. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a good opportunity to make some money, and then see some other people I know. But anyways, with this game, I'll eventually go to Atlanta. I want to eventually go to Atlanta game, and I will. But Pittsburgh and Atlanta. This is going to be a very interesting game to say the least. Both offenses have some good key pieces on it, like Atlanta has Cordell Patterson and I'm trying to remember the backup running back's name for it. Tyron Adley or something like that.
Alliger.
Tyron Alliger. And Kyle Pitts along with Drake London, who's still looking to get on his own. And my thing is the Steelers do have some big threats as well on offense. You have a lot of good young target. You have Kenny Pickett. You have George Pickens. You have Najee Harris, who might not play this game. We'll see. But you also, if you don't have Najee Harris, you have Benny Snell and Jalen Warren. He could be back this week. If not, Benny Snell and Anthony McFarland. You have Pat Fryer move on offense as the tight end. And we got our offensive line who, let's be honest, Dan Moore, if I could find a girl that hugs me as much as Dan Moore hugs offensive linemen, then I'll be a happy man.
What?
Have you not seen Dan Moore play, Alex? I know a ton of Steeler fans will get that, and thank you, Steel Made It, for that, because it's the truth. Dan Moore is probably our worst offensive lineman on the team.
You for real?
Yeah. Yes, I am up for the real. Kyle Pitts is out for the season. What happened there?
What happened with Kyle Pitts?
Wait, what? This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
This is breaking news.
He tore his MCL?
Whoa. When did this happen?
Oh, no.
Must have happened yesterday at practice.
Must have been.
Yeah. Or must have been after practice or something like that. But that's crazy, though. That's unbelievable. So the Falcons are in even worse shape now. Oh, Christine.
Damn.
Be quiet. That's not happening. My Steelers are going to go into Atlanta, and I think we're going to get to win. Guess what the all-time record is between the Steelers and Falcons?
Let me guess. 16-2 in favor of the Steelers.
42-1.
Oh, close. I was close.
You were close. And I'll give you that.
Close.
You were very close with that, and the Falcons have only won twice. The only last time they won was in 2006 when they had Michael Vick, who, let's be realistic here, if Michael Vick doesn't do what he did, I think the Falcons may have been a legitimate playoff contender, maybe a Super Bowl contender that year.
Yeah.
Because the moment he got arrested, that Falcons team completely fell off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think that Falcons team, realistically, going into that game, they were one of the best teams in the league. And if you really think that Falcons team could have been good, like we lost to a very good team, that was one of we were struggling that year. But this time the tides have turned. Marcus Mariota has been a regressing quarterback all year, and I think the Steelers defense will be able to solve him. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. I think we'll win pretty convincingly, especially now that the Kyle Pitts is out of the equation. That's a big loss to the Falcons. And realistically here, who are they going to have other than Drake London that we're going to have to really cover? You have Cordell
Patterson.
Well, Cordell Patterson is a question mark. I know that. But he is also a running back. He's the starting running back. Who do you have for wide receiver and tight end, though, that really scares me? Drake London?
Who's that? Who's the guy with the last name starts with a Z?
Olamide Zaccheaus.
Yeah, him.
I don't know if he's that good, but still. Give me the Steelers to win convincingly over the Falcons. I think this is their first game and they finally play all four quarters and not have Matt Canada be an absolute moron. Final score, Steelers 30, Falcons 17. Give me the Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Boom.
All righty then.
Boom. There we go. All right, next game on the list we have is the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. This game is from Minnesota. The Vikings are 3-point favorites.
You're correct.
Finally,
There you go.
You're on the
on the
board.
board. Damn it.
Yay.
Referee for this game?
Cleet Blakeman.
Oh, gotta love him. Cleat.
Yes.
And Ian Eagle and Charles Davis are on the call. Interesting.
Iron Eagle, Charles Davis. So pretty much the B team. That's pretty good. Like the second best team on CBS. That's good,
right.
though.
Who do you guys got and why? Jets.
I'll
and
actually go
Vikings.
first. Since I want to continue talking. Then I'll take a little break. Vikings and Jets is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see Mike motherfucking White play this game against the Vikings. But the thing is, realistically, you got to look at the time slot. What time slot is that game, Alex?
1
p.m. And you know what happens at 1 p.m. games with Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins shines.
He shines.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings will get a convincing win here. I think Mike White is going to hold with them for a little bit, but I don't think this is a shootout game like it was with the Patriots. I think the Vikings defense plays a lot better here, and I think they will win the division this week. I think this could be where they win the division. If the Lions lose, the Packers lose, and the Vikings win, I think they win the division. So I think they do that here. Give me the Minnesota Vikings to win against the Packers. It'll be a shootout. I don't think it'll be a shootout, but I think it'll be a big win, at least by 7 points. Vikings 31, Jets 24. Give me the Vikings.
Okay. This game is intriguing because of the battle between the Vikings offense and that Jets defense. Two really strong units, if you know what I mean. I think the Vikings will get the best of that. So what does Mike White do for the Jets offense? I don't think he plays as well as he did last week. If we're just being honest, the Jets got on track with Mike White at quarterback. The Vikings also recalibrated with a Thanksgiving win over the Patriots. The matchup between Justin Jefferson versus Sauce Gardner is worth the price of admission alone, but Minnesota will find a way to get the job done over Gang Green. Give me the Minnesota Vikings to beat the New York Jets by a final score of 24-20.
Very, very, very good there. I'm going to agree with everything that you and LC have said on that. Kirk Cousins is is a daytime player, and he shines in the daytime, like we said. This guy Mike White is he was impressive, but I don't know if he's going to keep up that momentum. Not against not against that Minnesota defense, but the offense that's Minnesota offense is going to be really good. So give me the Vikings at home by a score of 31-27.
All right. Couple things real quick. This is Dashy's game of the week. Interesting. Interesting.
Wait a minute, Alex, I didn't know your goose know how to use computers.
Really?
Mike White is him, I guess. Where'd you get a cell phone? How? I have no words.
Logic.
I have no words.
Wait a minute.
Right out the window. Anyways, next game on the list, a battle of number 1 versus number 2, as it is the battle of the number 1 pick in the draft versus the number 2 pick in the draft, as it is the Jacksonville Jaguars heading up to Detroit to face the Detroit Lions. I believe the Jaguars are 1-point favorite.
Correct once again.
All right.
2 in a row.
2 for 2. I love it. Chris
All right.
Myers and Robert Smith are on the call.
Jerome
And the referee
Boger's the
for this
referee.
game. Oh,
Jerome
Jerome Boga. That's right. I'll go first in this one if you guys don't mind.
Go right ahead.
This one is actually, I think, going to be an absolute shootout. The Jaguars are coming off an impressive home victory over the Ravens, while the Lions lost a tough one on Thanksgiving to the Buffalo Bills. Both of these teams can score, which means this game will be likely to be an absolute shootout, if you're asking me. So look for a lot of points as Trevor Lawrence stays hot. Lions score as well. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the better team. I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Detroit Lions. Absolute shootout. Final score, Jaguars 33, Lions 30.
Oh, boy. Tyington.
Wow. I don't see that huge of a score as Alex would say right there, but I'm seeing Jacksonville going up against a Detroit Lions team that we should not sleep on. I mean, don't sell these Lions short. They're doing pretty good, even though they lost just barely this past Thanksgiving. But I see the Detroit Lions bouncing back of this one. So I'm going to take the Lions at home by a score of 21-13.
All I got to say is I'm going to let fate decide.
Oh.
My coin flip game of the week. Let's be
Interesting.
realistic here. Both these teams are 4-7 though, so it's hard to say which is the better
Yeah.
team right now. But I'm going to let fate decide because it is one of the closest spreads of the week, other than the Steelers Falcons. I'm going to make the Eagle the Jaguars for some reason. I don't know why. And the Cactus Cinco de Mayo is going to be the Lions. Why? Because I said so. 3, 2, 1, go.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
I got the Lions.
Okay, I'm the
Wow.
lone wolf here.
I'm going the Lions.
I'm the lone wolf in this one.
I had to let fate decide, Alex. So you
Good.
can't blame me. Blame the coin.
Good. Damn coin.
I know. Wait, what was my coin flip last week? I'm trying to remember what my coin flip was last week.
I don't know, but I don't remember.
Oh, wait, no. It was Eagles Packers. So I don't know why, but that was also me when I was dying with sauce. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. But anyways, let's make another coin flip. I'm going to make another coin flip game. Let's see what happens, though.
Oh, you have 2 coin flip games this week?
No, that was my one. So let's see if I can retain my streak.
Okay.
Because I know I had Commanders on a bunch of. I know I had plenty of teams, but still.
Anyways, next up, this one's going to be interesting. It is the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is from Philadelphia. The Eagles are 5-point favorites.
They went up to 5.5.
Just by that much.
Just
5.5.
by that much. I know it's been close for you all day. I know.
Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson are on the call. They get the A team from Fox. Interesting.
Well, I could definitely see why. They're both our division leaders, but Adrian Hill's the referee.
Who do you guys got and why? Eagles and the Titans from Philly.
So recently, I just did a coin flip. I don't know if I did I do a score with my Lions one?
No.
Okay. I'm going to
Nope.
say, I'm sorry, I forgot to say it. Lions 28, Jaguars 27. Make it easy. But anyways, Titans and Eagles. This game's going to be interesting to say the least just because both these teams are division leaders, like I just said. The Titans have been keeping teams in games, especially with their defense. But the Eagles, their defense hasn't been that good lately. They've been letting teams get up on them, and they did lose that game to the Commanders. The Redskins. And they did lose. They kept it close to Indy, and they kept it close to Green Bay. I think Tennessee will keep it close, especially with Henry. Derrick Henry just going off what he can. I know he does do pretty well against good defenses. So Derrick Henry will get the ball a lot. The Titans will have to make the throws when needed, but realistically, the Eagles are the better team here. Let's be realistic here. I don't think this is going to be a point straight game of the week. I think that the Eagles will be the team that will win. I think that this game is my point spread game will be later, but I think that this game will be convincing win for the Eagles. Give me the Eagles to win this game. My final score is going to be 30-20. Give me the I'm sorry, not the Eagles, the Philadelphia Chickens. And say it, John.
Hey, Johnny, where are you right there?
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Love it every time.
Every single time.
There you go. There you go. Love that. This is going to be one of the most interesting games of the week here. Division leaders. You got Jalen Hurts. You got Derrick Henry. You got a lot of stars on both sides. And this is going to be really good. But there's a reason why Philadelphia's only won one game so far.
Only lost one game.
They've only lost one game because Philadelphia has a stout offense. They have a stout defense. The special teams not too bad either. I will say that the Titans are going to make this very, very interesting. In fact, this is a spread game of the week. I believe that Tennessee will cover the spread, but the Eagles will just nip them right near the end. Give me the Chicks over the Titans by a score of 30-28.
Awesome. Well, this is the A.J. Brown game.
Yes, it is.
You remember? Because the Eagles traded for him in the draft.
How can I forget that?
They traded for him during the draft. And he's been a big difference maker for Jalen Hurts. Brown has put up modest numbers through the last 4 weeks. 14 catches, 162 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Not bad.
I think he clears 100 in this one, honestly. I think the Titans keep it close with a bounce-back game for Derrick Henry, but I honestly think the Eagles stay hot at home. I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. 27-23. Give me the Philadelphia Chickens. And, that's it.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Love it every time. It's
Every
amazing.
single time. Okay. Next game, I really want the home team to win. I'm just going to say that right now. It is the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans.
Ooh.
This game is in Houston. Cleveland is 7-point favorites from what I'm seeing right
back
here.
on track.
Back on track. Referee for this game is
Referee for the Deshaun Watson Bowl, Land Clark.
and calling the game for the Browns and the Texans. It's Spiro Adidas is going to go in for the touchdown. And Jay Feely is also on the call. Let me just say that I'm gonna go first, if
Go
you
right
guys
ahead.
don't mind. I really, really,
Yeah.
really, 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 really want to pick the Texans to win here. Just to spite them. Just to spite the Browns for trading for an absolute asshole. But this is the return of one Deshaun Watson at quarterback for the Browns. It's his first game, and it's against his former team. How perfect is that? Will there be rust? Probably. Does it matter against the Texans? Probably not. Doesn't matter. Probably not. Doesn't matter. I still think the Browns find a way to get the job done. I really want to pick the Texans, but I still think Cleveland finds a way to get the job done in Deshaun Watson's return. I'm going to pick the Browns to beat the Texans. Final score 31-21. Give me the Browns.
As much as I want to pick the Texans, sorry, I can't. The Cleveland
I will be
Browns-
rooting for the Texans, though. I will be rooting for the Texans because, let's be honest, we are all Texans fans this week.
Yes, we are. Deshaun Watson, the famous women respecter Deshaun Watson, goes out and plays his former team, and this game is actually one of my tank bowls of the week. Alex, sound it.
Which A or B?
B. Had to do it.
And I'll put.
I had to do it.
There you
This is
go.
This is my tank bowl game of the week. Both these teams are terrible, especially if you're playing if the Texans are in it. It's a tank bowl. Let's be realistic here. The Browns and Texans, both these teams are pretty bad. It sucks that Jacoby Brissett, unfortunately, will not be starting anymore for the Cleveland Clowns. But I'm realistically thinking that this team could be a lot worse. It could be so much worse. But the Houston Texans are looking to get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud in the draft, and this will probably cement their place in it. I'm going to take the Browns, unfortunately, win this game, but this is a lower scoring game. I think this is more competitive. 21-17, give me the Clowns.
That would be awesome.
It'd be amazing.
That would be absolutely awesome. Let's just say that. Tim, who you got in this one?
Yeah, well, one Deshaun Watson comes back into the league. Although, in my opinion, he shouldn't be playing at all.
Nope.
No.
He'll be going up against his old team, and Texans are trash. Deshaun Watson is trash, and he's not as a player, but as a human being.
Agreed.
But I am going to take the Cleveland Browns to beat the Texans down in Houston. Give me those Browns by a score of 27-20.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Next up, it's another divisional match. It is the Washington Commanders against the New York Football Giants. The Commanders are 1.5-point favorites from what I'm seeing right here.
It actually went up to 2.5.
2.5.
It actually went up a full point.
Okay. Referee for this game is
Brad Allen.
And Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma will be on the call.
Hmm.
Who do you guys got and why for this one? Commanders and Giants.
Tim, how about you go first on this one?
Tim, what do you
got? So we have pretty much the bottom feeders in the NFC East. And I don't know, but these two teams are still fighting to get maybe a wild card in the playoffs. I just see the Giants getting a little bit better against the Commanders. Not really much to say in this matchup. I'm just going to pick the Giants to beat the Commanders by a score of 4-20. And y'all think about that. I'm going to step away and grab another Dr. Pepper.
No worries, Tim.
Love it. So this is a pitiful game in terms of the NFC wildcard race. New York has lost 3 of their last 4 games, and they have failed to reach 100 yards rushing in each of those losses. Washington is 5-1 with one Taylor Heineke as the starter.
Open that
And the
bottle,
defense-
Heineke.
And the defense has been stout through the 3-game winning streak. Both teams would be right in the mix right now with a win right here. Commanders have won 6 of their last 7 and 3 straight by running it and playing good defense. But last week against the Cowboys, I think they got exposed. I think the Giants got exposed just a little bit. Commanders have the better defense, and that shows. And I think that their winning streak continues. I'm going to go with the Commanders to beat the Giants. Final score 23-20.
Washington Redskins versus the New York Giants. If you were talking about last year, this would be a tank bowl. This year, they're actually competing for a playoff spot this year, which is actually crazy. The Giants' defense, unfortunately, has been pretty porous over the last few weeks, and they got exposed against the Dallas Cowboys. And realistically, this game could go either way. But realistically, you can't go against the hot hand here. And with one Chase Young coming back in, and
He is coming back.
He is coming back. I know this is probably be one of the games. He's supposed to be active within this game or the next game. He's supposed to be active. This is looking like it could be this week. I know he's going to come back, and the Giants do play Washington. I think it's 2 of the next 3 weeks, which is crazy. But still, I'm actually going to take Washington in this one. I'm going to take the Redskins to beat the Giants, or the Commie, whatever. I'm still calling it the Redskins, damn it. But my final score is going to be Washington 27, Giants 24. Give me Washington.
Okay. The final 1:00 game features the Denver Broncos against the Baltimore Ravens. This game is in Baltimore. The Ravens are 8-point favorites.
8.5.
Oh, it went up. Ooh,
went up a little bit.
Interesting. The announcers for this game are Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. Going to be on the call for this one.
And the referee for this game is going to be Alex Kemp.
I'll go first in this one if you guys don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Well,
Go.
Broncos are lifeless on offense, if we're being 100% honest, which is never a good thing playing consecutive road games, and especially against a team coming off of a horrible loss like the Baltimore Ravens did. The Ravens haven't exactly been lighting things up on offense, but they will do enough here to win it and make the Broncos season-long misery continue. Broncos country, let's cry, let's die, let's eat some cyanide. Give me the Ravens to beat the Broncos 26-10, and this is my lock of
And this
the week.
is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
I would have made this my lock of the century of the week, but
Nice.
today
Nice lock there.
I will say, though, something made me change my mind at the last minute today. Lamar Jackson, there's a possibility he might not be playing. The reason why was he had a quadriceps injury, walked out of practice with a quadricep injury after practice, and he did not return.
Really?
This happened today, which does concern me a little bit. But realistically, the Ravens, man, Broncos country, let's cry. They're desperate for anything, especially for a win. The backup quarterback would be Tyler Huntley. And even with Tyler Huntley in, I still think the Ravens will win. It's not my lock of the century of the week. That's coming up later. But give me the Baltimore Ravens to beat those Denver Donkeys. Final score. I'm going to give you 2 hypothetical scores. If Lamar Jackson plays 33-13, if Tyler Huntley plays 23-17. Give me the Ravens. Fly nevermore, quote the Raven.
Nevermore.
Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? This game's going to suck.
Yeah, that's about right. Well, Baltimore, great. Denver sucks. Jackson, good. Wilson has been. Ravens 28, Broncos 17.
That was
said.
simple. I like that.
Simply put, I love it. Love it. All right, now we get into the 4 o'clock slate of games, starting with the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This game is in Los Angeles. The Seahawks are 5.5-point favorites.
Actually went up to 7.5.
7. Oh, it went up by 2.
Yeah, it went by 2.
Ooh,
Wow.
love it. Referee for this game is
The referee for this game is, let me look here, Seahawks and Rams, Sean Smith.
and Kevin Kugler and Mark Dirty Butt Fumble Sanchez are on the call. Who you guys got and why? Seahawks and Rams.
This game's gonna be
I'll
really
tell you
bad.
what. I'll
Tiny Tim. Go ahead, Tiny Tim.
Go ahead, Tim.
Tiny Tim, go ahead. My bad, dude.
All right. Sorry about that.
No worries, you're good, Tiny Tim. Go right ahead.
This is okay. This is a matchup of teams that about 2 or 3 years ago might have been really good. Now they're not quite good, but Seattle's just a little bit better. And Geno Smith is finding new life in Seattle. I'm still amazed how Geno Smith gotten back into the NFL like he has been. I mean, he never left, but he kind of disappeared for a little bit. As I said, the Los Angeles Rams, I do not know what has happened to this team between this past February and now, because like I said, they do not look like a team that won the Super Bowl. The Rams are just going down and down and down. Seattle is slowly working their way up. For that reason, I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Rams by a score of 3-21. And not only am I taking those Seahawks, I'm locking them up.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Boom.
Love it. Love it.
I'll let you go ahead next on this one.
All right. Well, Rams are a mess. Let's be honest. They're done. Rams are done.
They are done.
Seattle is coming off of a bad home loss to the Raiders, where their defense was just bad. Let's be honest. They put up 30. They gave up 40 points against the Raiders. Really? The good news is the Rams are terrible on offense. And I think Seattle will get back on track in this one. Seattle wins it, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. I'm going to say the Seahawks beat the Rams somehow, some way, find a way to get the job done. 27-20, Seattle.
Seahawks and Rams. Good God. The Rams are the worst defending Super Bowl champion possible. They're the worst one. Even my friend who's a diehard Rams fan says the same thing. He says the team sucks. Everyone's injured. They just need to bench everybody and let the backups play this year, the rest of the year. Aaron Donald is now even hurt with a high ankle sprain. So he's more than likely not going to miss this. No Cooper Kupp, no Allen Robinson, no Stafford or Donald. O-line shot to hell. Seahawks are my stone cold lock century.
This is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Wow.
Jalen Ramsey can't cover
There you
everybody
go.
by
Stick a
himself.
fork in those Rams.
Yes.
Stick a fork in the Rams. They're done.
You can't rely on Jalen Ramsey to be the only defensive player and Leonard and also Bobby Wagner. You can't rely on both of them to cover everyone on that defense. The Seahawks, they're going to win by at least 15 here. Give me the Seahawks to win. Final score is going to be 28-13. Give me the Seahawks.
And now we get to my game. This is a toss-up between which one I want to choose as the game of the week. I'm going to save that one for just a little bit. But regardless, it is the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in Santa Clara. San Francisco are 4-point favorites.
Let me take a look here. Are they 4-point favorites? They are 4-point favorites.
Referee for this game is
Referee for this game is going to be Trub Lake.
And the announcers are Joe Davis and Daryl Moose Johnson.
Moose.
You know the rules. Save me for last. Who do you guys got? Dolphins and Niners.
We'll see.
Dolphins and 49ers. Man, this game is going to be a tough one. Realistically, both of these teams are very good, and this is going to be one of those games where realistically, you don't know who's going to win.
No,
So
you don't.
make this my Alex. Yes, sir.
It's your
Game of the week. This is my game of the week. Mainly because this
Wow.
is going to be an amazing game in general. This will feature one of the best offense in the league versus the number one defense in the league. Are the Dolphins going to be able to solve the Niners offense? Niners defense. That is to be determined. But Mike McDaniel is the former offensive coordinator for the 49ers. So this will be a very big test for him. It's a homecoming for him. And I think he's going to want to win this game. But hate to do this to you, Alex. The Niners defense shuts down Tua Tagovailoa in the last drive of the game. They're up 30-27. Tua Tagovailoa trying to get himself come back in the game to get the field goal, but it's an incomplete pass on fourth down as the 49ers hold on and win 30-27.
Okay.
Unfortunately. I'm sorry, Alex.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I forgive you. Tim, what about you?
Well, I hate to do this to you, Alex. You're my brother, but this is going to be another great game here. Tua's going to do his thing. I think Jimmy G is, if he's still healthy, going to do his. But in the end, I see the 49ers nipping the Dolphins. Oh my God. I don't know if I can just tell you the score I got here. I mean, I'm 49ers 27, Dolphins 26.
Oh, 1
But
point.
I do hope,
Oh my.
but I do hope that in some way I'm secretly hoping Dolphins will pull off the upset. I'm kind of hoping that. So,
Okay.
okay.
Here we go. So, how fun is this game going to be? The student versus the teacher. McDaniel versus Shanahan. As McDaniel brings the high-powered Miami offense on the road against his former coach in Kyle Shanahan. Both teams are absolutely hot. Miami is on a 5-game winning streak. San Francisco is on a 4-game winning streak. The 49ers will look to slow down the Dolphins' passing attack, which is second in the NFL with 291.9 yards per game. Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert, they're going to have revenge on their mind for sure. Christian McCaffrey, their deadline deal running back, is going to have I think he's going to have a good game in this one. This could potentially be a sleeper Super Bowl preview. Possibly.
Rematch of 84 Super Bowl.
Match of Super Bowl 19 right there.
That's right.
This is definitely one of the best games of the week. Miami offense against the San Francisco 49ers defense will be an absolute treat to watch. Can the 49ers slow down Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami passing attack? The only thing to watch is whether Miami's defense, which hasn't played that well, can slow down the 49ers offense. This one is really tough for me to pick. I'm going to go with my head and not with my gut. And my head is telling me, sound the alarm. That's right. The Padawan defeats the Jedi. Give me the Dolphins to find a way to get the job done against the San Francisco 49ers. Final score, 28-27. Fins up. Baby! In
There
the
you go.
bay.
Awesome.
All right.
yeah.
Nice.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Next up is my pick for the game of the week, as it is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati. The Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites.
You're right once again.
Referee for this game,
Referee for the Chiefs and Bengals is going to be John Hussey.
and the announcers are Jim Nance and Tony Romo.
The A crew.
The A crew for CBS. If you guys don't mind,
Yeah.
I would like to go first in this one.
Go right ahead.
This is a rematch
Oh.
of the AFC Championship game last January, a game that was won by the Bengals in Kansas City. The Bengals also beat the Chiefs at home last year. This Chiefs team is the best Chiefs. It's the best team in the league right now, if you're asking me. Patrick Mahomes and the passing game will be tough to stop, but so will Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase back. This will be an absolute shootout, but I'm going to go with a hot hand here. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to get the job done against the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be a high-scoring game. This will be a shootout. Hopefully, it will be as good as the game was last year in Cincinnati. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs to beat the Bengals. The final score I have, 35-32. Give me the Chiefs.
Oh, boy. You think I'm going to be crazy for picking this one team? I really thought the Chiefs were going to beat the Bengals last time and make it to the Super Bowl again, but the Bengals ended up surprising every one of us. And with Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon coming back for the Bengals, this will definitely be an offensive shootout, especially because it is in Cincinnati. Can lightning strike for a third time in a row as the Bengals defeat the Chiefs and get a big win in the AFC? My answer is sound the alarm.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Wow.
Boom! That's my upset pick of the week. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh.
I'm going with the Bengals this week. I think
Wow.
that the Bengals having Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow will definitely be better. And along with having Joe Mixon, Hayden Hurst, the Cincinnati Bengals team is going to have the defense that's going to limit Kansas City. And I think the Chiefs will have a tough time against Cincinnati. My final score is going to be with an Evan McPherson game-winning field goal, 31-30. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals.
Awesome.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I like that
Oh
for us.
yes. That was a good AFC championship matchup this past February or January actually. I think the Chiefs could get a little bit of revenge here because I got better hand Patrick Mahomes, proving once again he is a front runner, if not the front runner for league MVP. And once again, they have proven that they do not need Tyreek Hill on their team. He can stay in Miami if he wants to. But I mean, Kansas City still has best quarterback, one of the best tight ends in the league. I am going to take Kansas City's offense to stymie the defense for Cincinnati. But Cincinnati's going to make it interesting. Don't get me wrong. My score is KC 20, Cincinnati 21.
Ooh.
All right. All right. Now we have another divisional matchup. It is the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. This game is in Vegas. The Chargers are 1.5 point favorites from what I'm seeing right here.
You're correct again.
Okay. I should keep tally. I should keep tally of how good I do.
You gotta do it.
Referee for this game.
Referee for this game is going to be, let me see here. It is up on my phone. I just had to get it for some reason. Something came up. Craig Rolstad.
And the announcers are Greg Gumbel and Adam Archuleta. I'll go first in this one if you guys don't mind. Okay. So the Chargers won a wild game between these two teams in week 1, and the comeback game promises to be just as entertaining. Their round 2 matchup, let me just say that. The Raiders have won 2 in a row and are, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but they are 3-1 against the spread as underdogs this season. Interesting stat to point out right there. The last 2 meetings at Las Vegas were overtime thrillers, with each one going 1 for 1. The Raiders last week saw Josh Jacobs run wild, which he can do here against the Chargers' really bad run defense, if you're asking me. But look for Justin Herbert to have a big day here too. This is going to be wild, but I'm going to actually go with the Chargers in this one. Give me the Chargers to beat the Raiders by a final score of 30-27. Say it, Governor.
And now go Chargers, go.
There you go. Man, this game is going to be really confusing for me to pick. It's going to be a tough one because the Chargers and Raiders are both trying to compete for somewhat playoff relevancy. The Chargers are a little bit more ahead of the Raiders, but this game could go realistically either way, and this will be a rematch of the game they had earlier in the season, that Monday Night Football game. Actually, was it a Monday Night game? No, it was a regular season game. I'm sorry. It was the regular season game where the Chargers ending up getting a very close win against the Raiders. Oh, I'm sorry. This was CBS. I'm sorry. Last year was on Sunday night, and then the other year was a Monday night. But Raiders and Chargers will be a very good game. This game came down to the wire last time, and it could definitely be the same this time around. Especially the fact that they had that great overtime game against the Chargers and the Raiders. Let me see how the plays went. So pretty much it came down to the very end with the Chargers just getting the last win, clutching it from defeat. The Raiders try to make it close at the very end, but this game will be an offensive shootout. I'm actually going to take the Chargers here. I'm going to take the Chargers, and I think this game will be pretty close, but I think the Chargers will end up winning this game. My final score, sorry, Raider Ben, I'm going to say 34-33. Give me the Chargers. Say it, Governor.
And now go Chargers, go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Not much you can say about these two teams. Kind of down in there in the AFC Western Division. Chargers banged up. Vegas kind of average, sometimes below average. I just say Chargers just have a little bit more talent on their side than the Raiders. They obviously have a better head coach. Still don't like McDaniel. He could have been somewhere else, but I'm going to take the Chargers over the Raiders by a score of 26-17. One more time, let's hear from the governor.
And now go Chargers, go.
The Terminator, Arnold.
The Arnold.
But before we get to our next game, is this really what they changed the song lyrics to?
I hope to God
No.
not.
Is that really what they changed the lyrics to? Because if
I
so,
really
that's-
hope to God not. I'm actually going to look this up.
What?
yeah, because it was the San Diego Superchargers. Now it's Los Angeles Laser
Right.
Chargers. Ooh. Wow. I guess I'll find that out next week because I will be live in living color to see that game between the Dolphins.
Well, they
and...
don't have it on YouTube.
Huh?
I guess not.
Guess not.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, next game is the Sunday night game on NBC. Check your local listings. It is the Indianapolis Colts against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is 11
Yes, sir.
11-point favorites.
11-point favorites.
Wow. Referee for this game is
Referee for the Sunday night football game. Check your local listings game is going to be Carl Sheffers.
Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth are on the call. We think we all know the rules. Save Mr. Tim for last. Lucas, what do you got?
Colts and Cowboys. Jeff Saturday just had the worst luck when it comes to that timeout management. That was terrible. How could you blow it that badly? Like, I can't believe that the Colts would actually pull that off. Dallas, though, is 11. It's going to be interesting to see how they do in this game. This is my point spread game of the week. Actually, no, that wasn't my. No, it isn't my point spread game. I'm sorry. It is my point spread of the week because I do not think the Cowboys will end up winning by 11. But I do think they will get a convincing win. I think the Colts will try and make it close. They can keep games close. It'd probably be a low in the first half, but then the second half, the Colts will try and come back. I think that this game will be close, but I think at the end, the Cowboys get it done. My final score is going to be Cowboys 26, Colts 20. Say it, Jimmy.
Oh, say it, Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
There you go.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Hey.
Well, Cowboys are heavy favorites at home. This is another game where they hammer away with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard against a middle-of-the-road Indianapolis run defense. Dallas averages 169.8 yards rushing in its last 4 games. Colts have shown some fight with interim head coach Jeff Saturday, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Matt Ryan is going to be in for a long night, courtesy of Micah Parsons and that Dallas defense. Not only that, but the Cowboys will be rested after playing last Thursday on Thanksgiving, while the Colts are playing on the road after a short week. That is tough to do. I think this is going to be an absolute blowout. This is not my lock of the week. I already used that for the Ravens, but the Cowboys are going to win convincingly. Give me Cowboys to beat the Colts. Final score 30-16. Say it, Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
All right. Gotta
Jim,
like
talk.
that. Well, yes, sir. Well, as I said earlier, the Cowboys broke a 3-game Thanksgiving losing streak, which gave us a lot of confidence right there. They're heading into this game against an okay Colts team, which, of course, at the beginning of the season, actually before the season began, I thought the Colts would win the AFC South, but this goes like a dogfight between them and Tennessee in this one. I think Matt Ryan's going to have a hard time. I think he'll probably get sacked at least twice by Micah Parsons, maybe once by Dorrance Armstrong, or maybe another one of those big defensive guys, maybe one from DeMarcus Lawrence, the tank. Matt Ryan's going to have a heck of a day. And I think that defense could probably shut down Jonathan Taylor, even though I don't know if Jonathan Taylor still is at 100% yet, because I know he got hurt maybe a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago. But those Colts are going to have a hard time. I'm taking my Cowboys riding on this streak here. The defense is just awesome. I cannot say enough about the defense. Dak Prescott, he's getting the job done. Zeke is doing his thing. Tony's doing his thing. CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, Michael Gallup, and all those other guys. Dalton Schultz. This rookie tight end, Peyton. There's two rookie tight ends there. We got Peyton Hendershot and we got Jake Ferguson. Those guys have been contributing quite well in their first years with America's team. Give me my Cowboys to take it over the Indianapolis Colts by a score of 34-23. One more time, Jimmy, please.
How about them Cowboys?
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it. And finally, on Monday night, it is the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is in Tampa Bay. Tampa is 3.5-point favorites.
You're ending off like pretty much getting the last few games right all in a row. So you ended off on a high note.
Referee for this game is
Clay Martin.
And Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Beavis, and Butthead are on the call. Is there a Manning cast this week? Is that
yes,
back
there
yet?
is. Finally back.
Thank God.
It's finally back.
Thank God.
Finally back after
All
not being back.
Monday Night Football back.
I think it's on until the remainder of the season, and then they will be back for the playoffs as well for the wild card game, and then that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go first in this one. If you
Go
guys
right
don't
ahead.
mind. So these two have losing records, but this is a big divisional game. Can you guys believe that? Can
Yes,
you guys believe that?
It
Despite
is.
the embarrassing loss to the Browns, the Buccaneers still maintain the lead in the NFC South division.
It's just like I said before. It's like Luigi does nothing in Mario Party from Mirror and H3. It's the exact
Absolutely
same parallel.
The Saints have been a thorn in Tom Brady's side in the last 3 years with 6 straight victories. It's a heated rivalry, and this is definitely a gotta have it game for the Buccaneers. They have to win this one. The Saints do have success against Tom Brady in his home in Tampa, but this is a different Saints team. They're limited on offense. This one, this could very well be Tom Brady's final appearance on Monday Night Football.
It could be.
So with that being said, I'm going to let fate decide. Because this is my coin flip game of the week.
There you go.
Heads will be the Saints.
Wow.
Got President Andrew Johnson, who was after Lincoln.
There you go.
And also from my hometown of Greenville, Tennessee. Damn right. And the backside, the Statue of Liberty, will represent the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was tails. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Baba boy.
Bitch, are you for real?
You for real?
Oh no. No.
Did you really do it?
Why?
You did.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Oh.
I gotcha. I'm going with the Bucks.
Wow.
You
got me good.
Supreme.
You got me good.
Bait and switch, motherfucker.
That was a bait and switch if I've ever seen one. Hold on, wait.
This is my point spread game of the week, too. Believe it or not.
Oh, wait.
20-19. Give me the Bucks.
Oh, wait. Can you believe this shit that this happened to me? Hold on. Can you believe this shit that happened? No. Even his glass came out because he couldn't fucking believe that shit.
Actually, do you know what his response is to that?
All right.
You know what his response is to that?
What?
We do not care.
I knew you were going to get that at some point tonight.
Give me the Bucks.
Tiny Tim. I'm still in shock.
Okay. Saints is pretty much garbage. Andy Dalton is not what he used to be. Tom Brady, he's yeah, this could be his final Monday night game of his career. I say New Orleans makes it interesting in the end. Give it to Tom Brady and the Bucks. Give me the Bucks at home, 24-21. Not much to say left about that.
There you go. I like it. And I'm going to end things off with my last game. It is the Buccaneers and the Panthers. Oh, boy. This is going to be – I'm sorry. Buccaneers and Saints. I'm sorry. The Aints. I saw Panthers because of the bye
Right
week.
division, wrong game.
But Buccaneers and Saints are playing this Monday night. It is a Manning cast game, so that is going to be good. I always like Manning cast.
Yes.
But I did look at the Manning cast thing. It's only for the next 3 games, then the playoff game. It won't be for the rest of the game, so I apologize. I'm sorry. But anyways, this New Orleans Aints are absolutely terrible. Like, they're pretty much almost all their fan base has given up on this team. Like, realistically, Dennis Allen, I think, has lost that locker room. Jameis Winston needs to go in the game at some point, especially if the Aints start struggling at the end of the first half. This is a game the Buccaneers will win, but they won't win by much. I expect Jameis Winston to come in at some point in the second half and be able to get this game close, but I think the Buccaneers will end up getting the win because, let's be honest, whoever wins that division is going to lose in the first round anyway. My final score is going to be Buccaneers. What was my final score? I had it on my phone, and I just lost it. 30-13. Actually, no, not 30-13. 30-23. I'm sorry. 30-23. Give me the Buccaneers to beat the Aints on Monday Night Football. It'll be interesting, but at the end of the day, the Buccaneers will get this win. I just do not see them changing.
That's right. And that is that.
That is that.
For week number. That is that. For week number 13. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our
All right. So that's that for week number 13. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me just say, I will be streaming the 49ers and the Dolphins game this Sunday. So be sure to join me for that, because that's going to be an absolute fun.
Oh,
ride.
I will be watching your live stream actually, because I'll be getting home from Orlando. I'll be watching the Steelers Falcons game with one of my other ref friends. I'll be watching the game there at one of the local sports bars, and I'll be coming home listening to your live stream. Probably yours and Raider Ben's. I'll probably have them both on at the same time.
I appreciate that. I might do the Sunday night game as well.
That'd be interesting to do the Sunday.
Maybe
night.
the Monday night game as well.
If you have
I gotta get those views, man. I want to get monetized. I want to make some money.
I understand, man. If you want to have me on for that Sunday night game, I'll definitely come on for a little bit. See what I can do, man.
That'd be nice.
I know. I could definitely do that.
That'd be huge. A little watch party. Oh,
yes, sir. I would like that.
But regardless, make sure you subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links for those are in the description box down below. First link is for the Discord. Join the Discord. It is a super happy fun time. We are 2 people away from 100.
Wow. Join that link.
Drop the link. Join it. You know you want to. It is a super happy fun time. Lucas.
Plug
Shit.
I have my YouTube channel. I actually had a video with Raider Ben's reaction synced up to the game, and it's over 15, almost at 1,500 views already in a few days. It actually is crazy. Thank you for supporting that video. I'll probably go live at some point to talk about Steelers Falcons before the game. I'll probably go either tomorrow or Friday night to talk about Steelers and Falcons, like a mini hate week. Because I know Slito's out there, and I'll probably do something with Slita. So that's that. And otherwise, not too much else on my channel. That's my YouTube channel. Just mainly check out my YouTube. I really don't have anything else. So, yeah.
And of course, Tim.
And got me. Y'all pretty much know I got my show, Fantasy Football Fever, every Tuesday night, 10:15 p.m. Eastern, 9:15 p.m. Central. LC and Dashy just made a little visit last night. Definitely appreciate it.
Nice.
I appreciate the love. So y'all check this out. So that's pretty much it. That's my channel, TJM3774, and that's where you can find it.
There we go. And of course, appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a lot of
great
people.
show as always.
We
had a good crowd tonight. We had a good crowd. We had a good vibe for the show. Had lots of fun. We're going to get better each and every week. Do not worry.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we're wishing Steel Maiden was here, but unfortunately, Steel Maiden is at work, so there's nothing we could really do there.
Right.
But hopefully, we'll have some more people on next week, and we'll talk about that later on.
I'm in the talks of getting a couple people actually for the next couple weeks.
Ooh, okay, I'm interested.
Nice.
But a little surprise.
We got some surprises for you guys.
That's some surprise
There
for you
we
guys.
go.
But regardless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey, Pizzle, saying peace out, fins up, baby. See you guys next week.
Let's go, Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Why is my towel backwards? That's absolutely looks awful. Here we go. Much better.
Looks good
I'll
there.
say bye.
Boom.
I'll say